why WordPress? There's all the different platforms out there, and there are a lot of them out there that seem now to be easier than WordPress. But why WordPress?
For me, WordPress is about freedom, right? So you'd think it's free to use, but it's not free just as price, but it's free as in freedom. Your content is your own. There's no terms of service that you're following. You can do whatever you want with WordPress.
Yep.
And that's the most important part, right? It's like you living in an apartment versus you living on your own house. And that's how I have always looked at WordPress, which is why I've been a big supporter of it. But two, you can't say this about very many platforms that they're very easy to extend. WordPress is not just a blogging platform. It's a publishing platform. You can create an e-commerce site on it. You can create a membership site on it. You can create a portfolio site on it. You can do just about anything with it, with all the plugins and tools. There's such a great community around it. And despite the power, it's still relatively easy to use.
Yeah, it is. And it seems like it keeps getting easier and easier.
Yep.
How do you feel about the direction WordPress itself is going? Do you feel good about the future WordPress?
Absolutely. Just because the wide adoption has increased the commercial interest in WordPress. So there's more and more companies coming in. That means competition, which drives innovation. So there's more tools, better tools coming in that are making, at the end of the day, end users' life easier. So
what is that blogging platform that's really user-friendly and they got really good-looking pages?
It's called Ghost, I believe.
Oh, well, there's Ghost too, and there's Medium, but it's
Yeah.
another one they've got like e-commerce built in and all that.
Squarespace?
Yeah, Squarespace.
Yeah. Again, it's a locked platform, right? You don't really own your content, and that's my number one priority. If I'm building a website, I want to own it. I want to be able to be in full control. There's nobody else that can shut down my website, right? I'm in charge of that.
Well, you kind of use this metaphor, but I have a blog post where I wrote about this, but why build your house on a rented lot?
Yep.
And that's what all those are.
Exactly.
They may be, quote, easier to get started or whatever, but you don't own it.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so if you're talking to some of our Platform University members who haven't quite got started with WordPress, or maybe they've got their hosting, what would be the first steps that you would give them? What do you need to do to get started?
Obviously, you need to pick a good domain name and hosting. But after you have done that, one of the things that beginners don't do is install Google Analytics. That's probably one of the first things I do when I start a website, is because I want to know what's happening on my website, who's visiting my website, where are they coming from. So as I build my strategy, I can make data-driven decisions. So install Google Analytics, number one.
Is that hard today, or is that easy?
Actually, very, very easy. There's dozens and dozens of plugins you can use to install it. Google has one as well, so it's fairly easy to install. But people don't do it. So I think that's step number one. After you've got the very basic setup, like the hosting and domain and all that you got taken care of, set up Google Analytics. Two, set up a good backup solution. It's very, very important because this is your house. You don't expect your house to be hit by lightning every day, but you have home insurance for the rest of the life of your house. Just like that, lightning is not going to strike today, tomorrow, but there is still a slight chance that it can, and the backup will save you. And it's like negligible; it costs pennies comparatively.
So what would be a backup solution that you'd recommend?
I personally use Wordpress. It's Wordpress by Automatic, the company behind WordPress.com.
Yeah.
And I use it because it's real-time backup. So if I make a
use that
change like right now, it backs it up instead of one of the daily solutions. And it's one-click restore. It has saved me several
Really?
times. It has saved me
How
several
much
times.
does that cost? I can't remember. I've got all my sites on it. Wordpress again.
Yeah, Wordpress. There's like $5 a month plan that backs up your content for 30 days, or you can pay $15 a month, which is the one that I have, and it covers for life. So I can go back like 2 years and still get my content.